Good morrow, everyone. This is CedLove with his Devil's Advocate podcast. Hope you're having a good day. If not, hope tomorrow goes better. I really don't know if you all can hear it or not, in my actual voice, not the surrounding area, as I said in my voice. I'm currently going through recovery because literally just early this week, I had nasal surgery. I had to get a septum repaired, which I don't know if that was the initial goal, but this recovery week has been a very interesting week. This specific podcast is going to be talking about the two surgeries I've had in the last literally year. So I've had two surgeries in less than 365 days, but the one I'm currently in is it's very interesting. I'm recording right now because I was trying to be chill, not do too much because they actually told me not to do a lot of stuff. But at the same time, I can do certain things and, got the house to myself. My podcast normally come out Sundays. I'm not doing nothing. Might as well record a podcast. So here we are talking about surgeries. So as I said, this most recent one, I had to do nasal surgery. I had to get my septum repaired. But it's kind of hard to go into it without talking about just my mindset going into this and, talking about previous surgery that most likely affected this one. So this podcast, I said, I'm going to talk about surgeries. I'm going to talk about the stuff that I had to go through, my mindset through the whole thing, my recovery time, the whole shebang. So, let's just go and get started. The reason last year I got my first ever, when I say surgery, in my opinion, surgery, because they knocked me out surgery, had to get my wisdom teeth removed. The only reason I had to get my wisdom teeth removed, I wanted to get braces. Only one I want to get braces because one, I can now afford it. And two, I'm getting married, as I have mentioned the last couple podcasts. I keep talking about marriage. I do keep talking about my marriage. But I want to get braces, so went to the dentist, told him I want to get braces. Says, hey, before you get braces, clean your teeth, duh. Also, you got a tooth back there that's just not pointed right. It's supposed to be pointing up because, teeth point up, but it's pointing forward. I knew that. Me, Cedric, I knew about this tooth since ever. I eat food, sometimes get stuck back there. Sometimes when I'm watching TV, playing video games, I play with it. It's your tooth. You know it's ain't right. So when they said before you get braces, you got to get that removed, I was like, all right, let's get it removed. Also, I had to get a crown, but that's a story for another day. So they said, the dentist I had said, we recommend calling these people. People got friends, got homies. They also said, hey, based off your insurance, we know these. They hook you up saying, call these people. Just call them. They didn't do nothing. They gave me a piece of paper, said, call them. So whenever I felt like it, probably took 2 weeks, 3 weeks, because, I just didn't know how quickly or serious it would be. I finally called them. I called the people. I said, hey, my name is Cedric Love. I'm trying to get braces. They told me before I can get braces, I have to get my wisdom teeth removed. So I was wondering if I can set up an appointment, to get my wisdom teeth removed. There's, all right, what's your name? Blah, blah, blah. When you try to do it, as soon as possible. What's your insurance? Blah, blah, blah. All right, Cedric, we'll set you up for XYZ. So they literally on the phone, we set up the surgery. I was like, well, that just seems simple. Later on, they either call me or email me, I forgot, but it was like, Cedric, before we actually do surgery, we want you to actually have a Zoom. So you will talk to somebody, but a Zoom with your doctor, he'll tell you the, procedure, he'll tell you the pros, the cons, the possibilities of something that can go bad, I don't know if it's called consequences, but all that stuff. And after it's all over, if you got any questions, let them know. So I was like, cool. Had a Zoom. I think it was a Wednesday. It was at 3:00. He did everything he said he was going to do. Again, it was Zoom. I talked to him. Afterwards, he said, you got any questions? I said, really? The only one I got is, am I getting put to sleep? He said, yes. I said, all right, well, I'm kind of a light sleep. Do you know if it's going to work? Because I'm not trying to wake up and go, teeth. I'm trying to try. He said, hey, you're going to be good. And if you wake up, we're just going to knock you back out. I felt confident. And it felt just so straightforward, so simple. And I'm just like, I know I'm 30, but there are certain things in life where you just feel like you're adulting. So setting up the dentist, then setting up the wisdom teeth removal, talking to the doctor, it just felt so simple, so smooth. And I was like, this just feels interesting. So it was a Monday, because, they were going to put me to sleep with anesthesia. Obviously, I couldn't just go there by myself. So, went there at the time with my girlfriend, sat down, filled out whatever paperwork I had filled out. They said, Mr. Love, come back to the front. Came back to the front. You owe us $1,000. You know what? Okay, pay the money. So I paid $1,000, sat back down, chilled for maybe 8 minutes. They came to the front and said, hey, who's here for surgery? You know, they weren't perky about it, but just the way they phrased it, who's here for surgery? So obviously my girlfriend pointed at me. I pointed at her. It was like a laugh. Ha, 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 ha. You know, because obviously, you know, corny jokes, you know, trying to lighten the mood for surgery. They take me to the back. They x-ray me again, I guess just 100% make sure that, you know, they got the right tooth, you know, weigh me. They put like a metal, I think, vest on me. They put me in a chair. So they put me in a chair, obviously lay me back. At a certain point, the people, you know, nurses are talking to me. They eventually put the, I think, IV drip in my wrist. Then they put like a gas on my nose. And, you know, they like, you know, deep, slow breath. So, you know, got that bad boy. For some reason, they take it out. When they take, the, like, my nose, they take the thing out my nose. The doctor comes in, and all of a sudden, he talks to me again. Hey, Cedric, you know, you good? You know, you got any more questions? I said, no. They put the thing back in my nose. Getting deep breaths. Now, all of a sudden, they say something. They say, hey, Cedric, before you go under, is there anything you want to say? So this time, they did not say, do I have a question? They just said, do you got something to say? And I was like, I don't think the gluten allergy is real. When I tell you, everybody in the room kind of looked at me like, huh? And I was like, I mean, you said I got a thing to say. I don't think the gluten allergy is real. Like, you a doctor, you a nurse. I'm just saying, y'all medical. And I'm just saying. I've been alive for 30 years. All of a sudden, like the last 5 to 8 years, all of a sudden this gluten allergy thing just happened to pop up. I don't think it's real. I think either y'all, when I say y'all, you know, people who make bread and wheat, I think they did something to the what's called. Now all of a sudden start messing with people's body. So I don't think the gluten allergy is real. I just think something happened. And all of a sudden people's stomach just can't handle it. But I don't think that's an allergy. I think y'all just messing with the bread. They looked at me, well, studies show blah, blah, blah. I didn't come here for a lesson. You said to have anything to say. And people, when I tell you, I don't remember nothing else. The anesthesia knocked me out cold. So, I swear up and down while, you know, I'm asleep, you know, I'm supposed to sleep. I could have sworn while I'm asleep, I came conscious. I didn't wake up. My eyes didn't wake up. I didn't move. But I just feel like I became conscious. And I remember hearing the doctor yelling at the nurses. And he basically like, don't do that. Why you got to do it like that? You got to put a what's called. The nurse was like, oh, but you said. He's like, no, you got to do this too, blah, blah, blah. So I feel like he was demeaning them. Yes, I feel like there's a difference between like arguing with them. I feel like he was demeaning them. He was like basically calling like these nurses, basically calling them incompetent. But I guess they did something with my mouth. But you know, it was like whatever. Like I remember consciously him basically yelling, demeaning these nurses, and they're like, you know, trying to fight back. And I'm just like, I'm not awake, but I'm definitely not asleep. What's going on? And all of a sudden, I don't remember nothing else. But then when I finally came to, obviously I woke up. I looked around. I'm groggy. I'm trying to figure out what's up. Next thing you know, like I kind of can, I don't feel it because I'm numbed up, but I can just feel my mouth is like, sewn, sutured closed. And I can kind of feel like blood, like kind of piling in my mouth. They eventually got me off the table, you know, holding me up to make sure I don't wobble. Put me in a wheelchair. They wheel me out to, like the area, you know, while they're like getting everything ready. At this whole time, they're not really telling me stuff, but they're talking to me, saying, hey, everything was good. You know, you good. At a certain point, your fiance's going to come get you. So I thought I was going to walk back to the front, you know, where I was. Nah, they basically took me to the back door and said, you know, get out. But while I'm waiting on, you know, my girlfriend to pull around, you know, all of a sudden I'm just, hey, I'm getting married. Hey, what? You getting married? Like, yeah, this the ring I'm about. So at the time I had bought the ring, like, this the ring I'm about. Like, oh my God, what's going on? Like, yeah, I'm probably going to pop the question about like a month. We both go to, you know, Miami. Like, oh my God. And the girl was like, Gina, come here. Come look at the ring. So she came over. She saw the ring. Oh my God. I was just like, what is going on? Like, I know I'm doped up on anesthesia and I'm kind of groggy, but like, it was just a weird moment because I'm not all the way there, but I'm there because I'm basically, you know, telling other people, so strangers, I'm going to pop the question soon. So at that point, they roll me out to my girlfriend's car, get in the car. While we're in the car, obviously, because I'm a little bit more conscious, I pull out my phone and, you know, I start, you know, making an IG, you know, I'm just goofing around. We go to Walgreens to get my prescription. So we get my prescription. While I was there, I know I called my friend. I was talking to him. I don't remember the exact words I said, but he keeps telling me I called him, which I remember. But he told me, I told him some things. I'm like, bro, I don't remember none of that. I remember calling you. I remember at a certain point, my girlfriend asked me questions about the prescription. I was like, bro, I'm here just to be here. You here to talk to the cashier, pharmaceutical dude. So you got all that. Let me talk to my friend. So I talked to him, but so I don't remember that. So I go home Monday, chilling on the couch because I'm basically like, all right, I'm out. I'm gonna watch TV, play video games. But mostly watch TV because I don't know how functional my fingers can be. When I tell you that was probably one of the worst pains I've ever had in life, the worst. Because at a certain point, the stuff the doctor gave me, they stitched me up, gave me all that good stuff. Whatever he gave me, that wore off. So, the prescriptions we had, we started taking it. So, obviously, when you take a prescription, it don't work immediately. It takes like 10, 20, 30 minutes. You got to digest it. When I tell you the pain started kicking in, and I can't describe the pain. All I can say is, I don't think it was that Monday. It was Tuesday. I was still at home because I'm not working. I stood up. I took like 3 steps towards the kitchen because, I got to do stuff. I did 1, 2, 3, 4. And on that 4th step, the biggest jolt of pain just shot through my body. And I'm just like, yo, I couldn't move. It froze me in spot. And I just couldn't move because the pain was again, this is my mouth. So pain that was so sharp in my mouth stunned me so bad that I couldn't move my whole body. And I was like, yo, this is not good. It was bad. But besides that, it was just normal, throbbing pain every blue moon and get a headache, but it wasn't like that. So that was Tuesday. So around Wednesday, which I believe the doctor said you won't be 100% better, but you will feel better. Wednesday, I felt better. I felt way better. Again, don't think I could work out. Don't think I can go to work. But I felt better. Then all of a sudden, Wednesday night, Thursday, I started to feel like crap again. But even for me, it felt a little different. So again, Monday, I was groggy in pain because of the surgery. Tuesday, surgery's kind of over, anesthesia's gone, but now I'm just in pain because, I'm recovering. Wednesday, I felt way better. But then Thursday, it wasn't really pain anymore. It was definitely more of your body feels bad. So not my face, not my head, just body feels bad. And I obviously couldn't tell, but I just couldn't figure out why. So I kind of did some things, kind of put my head upside down. I don't know why I did that, but when I feel like I was upside down, I feel like the blood rushed to my head. I don't know if that's good or not, but when it did that, it felt a little better because I felt like my head was kind of pounding, pulsating. So when the blood rushed to it, I felt like all of a sudden the pressure just made my head stop pounding. So it kind of felt good. But then when I came back straight up, I felt all the blood rush from my head, and all of a sudden that was just uncomfortable. But then Friday came, and I'm still feeling crap. When I tell you it was, I'm not going to go again because I just did it, but when I tell you just from Monday to Friday, it just felt like I went through pain, good, not pain, but just uncomfortable to just feeling like crap. We finally called a doctor because, when it comes to doctors, just everybody's on call. We talked to the doctor, and the symptoms that we basically gave her, she's, there's a possibility you caught a cold, the common cold. And I was like, how the heck the chances of me having surgery, then all of a sudden I catch a cold, which based off logic, possibility. There's you open up wounds, you got bacteria and stuff going up and down your body. You just never next thing was April, so it wasn't cold enough, but just maybe your body just didn't do the temperature well. So it was just it was just an interesting recovery because after I figured out I was sick, so again that was Friday, it took me still another week to get over the cold. So basically when I'm taking the oxycodone and the something that started with P, I forgot what it's called. I'm also taking NyQuil and Tylenol. I took Tylenol. I was just taking so much stuff because I'm trying to fight the pain, but I'm still trying to fight this cold. So it's just that whole experience is weird. So to sum it up, the whole set up the appointment, easy. The whole talking to the doctor, it's doing Zoom, easy. Going there that day, easy. Paying the money, hurt like heck, but easy. First time I ever got anesthesia. Was I scared? I was not scared, y'all. And I want to point out, people keep asking, you scared? You scared? No, I'm not scared. Heart surgery, I'll be scared. Lung surgery, scared. Spinal surgery, scared. Brain surgery, scared. So if y'all see the trend, anything that truly would kill me, make me paralyzed, or sorry to say this, make me mentally challenged, I'm a little scared because you never know what happened. I'm not saying you do a mouth surgery, something won't happen, but just my mind, it won't go there. Worst case scenario, when I chew, my mouth clicks now. So chomp, 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 click, click, click. I can see that. So the whole time, people are you scared? You scared? No, not really. I mean, dude went to school for 8 years, 10 years. Hopefully he's trained well. And that's nothing. People did you do research on the doctor? No, I ain't got time for that. Because what if you actually find 100 reviews, he got 20 bad ones? I ain't got time for that. Now, obviously, if you got 100 and he got 80, then that's another story. But I'm saying, what I've learned a long time ago, a person really only writes review if they're in a very, very, very strong emotional state. So if somebody's very happy, you might do like a 5-star, best doctor ever, send, done. That don't say nothing. 5 stars, best doctor ever, don't say nothing. But if you're in a bad state, and you get them details, 1 star, doctor was rude, it was cold, I can't believe I paid $1,000. See, all that ain't really got nothing to do with the actual surgery. That's just like your opinion on everything else. Now, somebody came out, 1 star, he touched the nerve in my mouth, all of a sudden, I can't feel my left foot. All right, that's kind of bad, but yeah, that's like a chance that could happen, because they tell you there's a possibility we can nick a nerve. Like, if you want the real talk, they nick some nerve, and literally my left lip is numb. Like, I can't, like, it really don't bother me. Like, right now as I'm talking, it does not bother me. If I'm eating food, it does not bother me. But for some reason, if my finger or something scrapes, ow, my left lip, I just did it, sorry. If I scrape my left lip, it's all of a sudden this weird pressure, tingly feeling happens on my left lip, and it feels weird. And, you know, I talked to doctors about that, and they just said, unfortunately, happens. Like, one other dentist said his friend, not the exact same thing, but something happened to him where the left bottom mouth, so mine's just lip, but the left bottom mouth was numb for like 30 years, and then one day it just came back. So it is what it is. Either way, the point is, I didn't do no research on these people, so, you know, I was fine. Told you I got anesthesia for the first time ever. Was not scared. I was kind of curious how it's going to work. Told you I was talking to them about gluten. All of a sudden, out like a light. Woke up groggy. Got my meds. Went home. Pain, fine. Sick. So I was just like, that whole situation unfortunately affected me to where I'm like, all right, future surgeries, I hope it ain't like the last part. First part, love it. So we get into the current surgery right now. So as I said, currently right now I'm in recovery. I got my surgery on a Tuesday. They basically saying 14 days, so 2 weeks if you want, you know, other words. I should be back to normal where I can actually do physical stuff, so work out, lift heavy stuff, you know, be my normal self. So as of right now, it's been about 5 days. Okay, cool. The reason I went to the long soliloquy of the dentist one, because again, it was very simple. I was at a dentist. I wanted braces. They told me, before you get braces, you gotta get your wisdom teeth removed. Told me myself, call the people, set up yourself. So everything was like in my hands, got the cup. For this situation, it was not that simple. I'm annoyed, but there was a reason I had to go through this, and I'm, now that we are in our situation, I think I'm happy I went through it, but at the same time, I had to go through it. So, as I said, got my wisdom teeth removed in April 2022. Around June-ish, July-ish, all of a sudden, do not know why, my mouth had the most rancid, funkiest tasted ever taste in life. Now, it's not just like it happens. And the thing, it not did just happen, but it still felt like something specifically had to happen for it to happen. I know that was like weird, but it's not like I know for sure when I sneeze, I taste it. I know for sure when I spit a loogie, I taste it. It wasn't like that. But I know for sure that it was specifically my loogie. So if I like, sorry for the noise, if I do that loogie, it didn't taste like that every time. It didn't. Sometimes it's just normal loogie, but then sometimes I'd be chilling, walking, being at work, and all of a sudden I would feel like a loogie in my throat, and I would just taste it, and like, ugh. Oh. So again, that was around June, July-ish. So again, had my wisdom teeth removed in April, so I figured, oh, this was just an aftermath of the wisdom teeth. So, you know, I was like, all right, one day it'll go away. After like 2 months of not going away, I finally went to urgent care, and just like my fiance can attest to this, because one day I'm going to do a podcast with her on this. When you go to certain doctors, especially urgent care, at certain point, they're just going to say the words, hey, this is all we can do. You got to see a specialist. So when you hear a specialist, all you hear is, hey, we can't do nothing about this. You got to spend some money to actually get this looked at. And it's like, I don't want to. So after going to 2 urgent cares, because the first time I went to an urgent care, it was because I was just sick, and I just happened to bring up the taste. And they was like, all right, yeah, we can't do nothing about taste, but your sickness, take this, go on. Second time I went to an urgent care, this time I went for the specific smell, but I went to a different one hoping to say something different. Same thing, go see a specialist. So when I look, I think when they told me to go see a specialist, they specifically kept saying ENT doctor. Sorry. So obviously, when you're a specialist at something. I did not know we had specialists for specifically the ears, nose, and throat. I had to get that right. Ears, nose, and throat. So obviously, for my taste, it's basically the throat to a degree, but mostly the nose. So, again, with the dentist, went to a dentist, said one of my, they suggested someone to, hey, we suggest these people, we like these people, cool. For me, I just had to Google ENT. When I tell y'all, I am a man of convenience. So from a dentist, I went to a dentist because they are legitly 0.8 miles down the road. Like, it's right down the street. I ain't got to miss much work. I ain't got to waste much gas to go there. For the ENT, I don't really know how much is in Atlanta, but the one that was the closest to me, but I swear when I did ENT, there is a lot around Atlanta, but I feel like I kept seeing ENT doctor just everywhere. So basically, I feel like there is a monopoly on ENT for Atlanta, and the one I went to happened to be the closest one, but I feel like if I went to another one that's not the one I went to, so maybe like 3 miles, 4 miles, it would have been the same, I guess, group. They would just be a different spot. So this one, I just Googled, did no research, went there, I think like September. So I went there September. Dude was like, all right, weirdest thing. So I went there September. Dude like basically did some tests, and he basically just kept saying certain things like, hey, you know your nose crooked? Okay. Did you break your nose as a child? I don't remember. But your nose crooked. I've heard that. Did you know your nose is crooked? Yes, sir, I've heard that. I'm here for the smell. Stop talking about my crooked ass nose. Sorry for cussing. So when he basically was like, all right, real talk, I don't know what's up. I'm going to prescribe you some steroids, some other stuff. You're going to take that for 2 weeks, and you're going to come back. So did that, got my prescription, took it for 2 weeks, came back. So when I came back, he asked me, you know, how did it go? And I was like, real talk, I feel like the smell and taste kind of went away, but real talk, my headache, like I had a headache. I've never had a headache. My headaches were like more fluent. He was like, all right, cool. We're going to do this. We're going to get you a CAT scan. And we're going to get you an allergy test. Now, I am 30-some years old. I know for a effing fact, sorry for cussing again, effing fact, I'm not allergic to nothing. Like when I tell you, foods, not allergic. Smells, not allergic. Animals, like wool, cotton, I'm not allergic to nothing. But when he was like, hey, we're going to get you a CAT scan and an allergy test, I was mostly yes to the CAT scan. But then I was like, all right, allergy test, I guess, because you're the doctor. Like I assume you know what you're talking about. So I was like, all right, let's do a CAT scan. Allergy test, apologies. So later on, because, you know, I went to the first time, got my prescriptions. Went second time, that's when he did it. When I went the third time, this is when I went to the CAT scan, is, oh, just let you know, you got a balance of XYZ. I'm not going to go to the money, because I spent a lot of money on just all of it in total. And yes, I got insurance. Insurance didn't do jack squat. So they was like, oh, you owe money for this and this. By the way, if you do the CAT scan and do the allergy test, it's going to be this. I was like, who? What? Who? Ain't nobody got time for this. So I paid for the first two because I paid for the CAT scan because that made sense. So myself, I was going to do it anyway. And I have a thing, I talk to people, but I still make my own decisions because that's just who I am. I still talk to certain people, and it was the whole allergy test. Everybody was like, why? And I agreed. Why? Why do I need allergy test? The thing that's in my nose with the funky, that ain't got nothing to do with it. I know it ain't got nothing to do with allergy. So I put on my big boy britches for the first time ever in life. I was, hey, no allergy test. CAT scan, yes. But no allergy test. And here's the thing. I told, obviously, not the assistant, but, you know, the people who, like, you know, call in, and, hey, I like to set an appointment. All right, would you like, you know, Monday, you know, whatever they call, whatever the proper word. I talked to her. I was like, hey, I know I'm getting a CAT scan. I want that. Allergy test, no. When that woman was like, okay, that was like no pushback. I was like, oh, I thought I had to fight for this a little bit. No, she was like, okay, it means your body, your choice. It's right. It's my body, my choice. So, I went and got my CAT scan, and I would say this. This kind of a theme, I'm going to try to keep trying to bring it up. If I don't, sorry, because it's still not the best podcast. When I went to the first time, I was there probably, like I was in the waiting room probably for 3 minutes, went to the back, probably back there for 8 minutes, not 8 minutes, like 5 minutes before the doctor saw me. Cool. Second time I went, I was in the waiting room probably for 5 minutes, but then in the back, when, you know, before the doctor saw me, I was back there for like 20, 25 minutes. I was kind of upset. So that's when he came and suggested the whole CAT scan and allergy test. The third time I went, that's when I actually had to pay the first 2 times, but I was getting a CAT scan. I was in the waiting room probably 5 minutes, but in the back, I'm going to say totality. So literally walking to the back and walking out the front, I was in the back for like 15 minutes. Now, you think that's, I'm not sure if y'all know if that's quick or not, but like me waiting on the doctor back there, I was kind of anticipating because I never had a CAT scan. So I was back there for a good, like, so I said 15. So I was back there for 12 minutes, 12. But then all of a sudden, dude came in, put the vest on me, put the thing on my hand, scanned me. All right, you're done. It was the quickest thing in the world. I was like, where I was the first time I saw a doctor, I was to say North Atlanta. The CAT scan was middle of Atlanta. So the going north part, super simple, 15 minutes down the road. The CAT scan took me 30 minutes to get there. So when I get there, and I'm only there for like literally a few seconds, it's like, well, not minutes, but you know what I'm saying? Like a few minutes, it just feels waste of time. Like, yes, this could not have been an email or Zoom because I had to get my head scanned, but just, why couldn't I do this at the other place? That was just me. So again, this was like, I think it was beginning of November. So after I got my CAT scan, I'm basically trying to schedule another appointment so I can get the results of the CAT scan. And when I tell you these people, I feel like they kept trying to get me to come in to do something. I'm like, no, I just want my CAT scan. So when I eventually finally came in to get the results of my CAT scan, I got there. He showed me like the X-rays, and he was like, yeah, you see this part of your face? It's all gray. That's all mucus. We got to flush that out. See that part right there? That's like your nose. That's broken. Did you break your nose? Sir, you have asked me 30 times I don't remember breaking my nose. Stop asking me that. So then he was like, yeah, we're going to do this. So that was like that was Monday, I think. So Monday. On a Monday. This man was like, hey, we're going to schedule for a surgery on a Thursday. That Monday, he said he's going to schedule me for a surgery on Thursday. So I was just like, this seems so soon, so sudden, but you are the doctor. Now I repeat, I go back to the last one, my wisdom teeth. I called the people. I was like, hey, I'd like to set up an appointment for get my wisdom teeth removed. She was like, when would you like to do it? I said, as soon as possible. She said, this good? I said, it's good. Cool. They emailed me or called me, forgot which one. Said, we're going to have you talk to the doctor. I was like, cool. Talk to the doctor via Zoom. Emphasize on that Zoom. Talk to the doctor. He said, cool, we're going to do what's called. Whenever time passed later, finally went there, got my surgery. So I'm just saying that it was like a setup, a meetup, surgery. So this doctor, he was like, we're going to set you up Thursday for surgery. And I was just like, it just feels so soon. But because of the funky, rancid smell that honestly kept coming and going, it just felt meh. So at the time, I was supposed to have a holiday party on that Friday after the Thursday. So Thursday, surgery, Friday, holiday party. So I was actually going to be sad that I was going to miss the holiday party because, surgery. So I'm telling all my coworkers, telling all my friends, man, I'm going to miss the holiday party. Can't you push it back? I can. But I'm tired of the smell. The smell got to go. So Thursday, I wake up excited. I go to the surgery to the place, and at that time I did not bring my fiance because they didn't say it. Because again, for the wisdom teeth, they said the words, "You will be under anesthesia. Bring someone to drive you." For this situation, they did not say bring anyone. My fiance was like, "You sure? You sure?" I'm like, they didn't say bring anybody, so I'm good. So I get there. Again, this is the one that's in the middle of Atlanta. It's a 30-minute ride. So I get there. I'm in the waiting room for about like 20 minutes. So this is a long one. I get to the back. I'm in the chair. New doctor, for the first time I've ever seen him. His name is, I'm not going to put a name out there, but new doctor. He come in. He looks at me. He says, hey, yeah, so you're set up for surgery. He said, yeah, I'm set up for surgery. All right, we're going to have you, basically, he said, all right, I saw your x-ray, but it's because of the thing that's in your face is kind of solid. We're going to, liquefy a little more, put you on some prescriptions. Then we're going to basically have your surgery for, January. And I was like, oh, okay. And he's all right, cool, bye. What'd you say, sir? All right, bye. So here what just happened. I know this is my fault to a degree, but literally, Monday, sir, you're going to need surgery Thursday. Seems kind of sudden. Okay. Show up Thursday. Hey, sir, we're going to have your surgery for January. Okay. All right, bye. That could have been an email. Told you. I went to the doctor. That's when he first gave me prescriptions to test something out. Second time, that's when he suggested the allergy and CAT scan. Didn't do allergy test. Third time, that's when I got my CAT scan. Fourth time, that's when they showed me the x-ray and said, hey, this is what you got. You need, surgery. Fifth time, which I thought I was going to get the surgery. Yeah, we're going to do your surgery in about a month. Two of those visits could have just been a goddamn Zoom or email. Two of them could have been a phone call or an email or a Zoom if you prefer that. But I did not have to be in person for that. So, not important to the story, but, that was Thursday. So, Friday, went to the holiday party. It was fun. Glad I went. So, after that random or last of what's called gave me prescriptions, I'm taking pills. And I would say the pills helped a lot. I definitely did not smell or taste that funky ranch smell at all. Whew. So, finally, they called me, let me know my surgery's on the 24th. On the 24th, I show up, and they were very specific on the rules. There was basically no water, no food, which was just like the last one because, the anesthesia, no water, no food after 12 o'clock. This was new. There was no lotions. Don't put gel in your hair. Don't wear bracelets or jewelry. Real talk. Don't just wake up and just come. Don't do nothing to your body. Make sure you wear a shirt that's buttoned up, so don't put a shirt on that can go over your head. Wear some loose pants, but still thick enough where I don't know, just wear some loose clothes so you can thaw it on easy. So basically, the rules they gave me for the wisdom teeth was basically like no food or water because anesthesia done. That's all they said. For this one, they were definitely the same thing. No food, no water, but they emphasized clothes. So I was just like, why? Again, nobody told me. So I didn't say this, but I kind of wanted y'all to like kind of feel it through my tone. This whole ear situation, ear, nose, throat situation, the doctors don't talk to you well. They really didn't talk to me well. And it got to a point where I think on the third time I visit, when he was like, oh, you're going to have surgery, he said something as I was walking out. I had to ask him a question. He's, oh, I didn't tell you that? No, you didn't tell me. I forgot what it was, but it was something that was like, you ain't told me nothing. All y'all keep saying is show up this day, but when I get there, I don't really know why I'm here. So again, I know it's my fault because people like to ask a billion questions. I don't like asking questions because I assume you're going to tell me. But I asked him something, and he was just like, I didn't tell you? No, you ain't told me. So when they told me to wear all these clothes, obviously that's in like the pamphlet, before it was called. I'm like, cool. So when I get to the place, I'm basically, because, it's like January, so I'm cold. So, I get there, I'm bundled up. There's an RN surgeon come downstairs. Went downstairs. They told me to, take off clothes. I was like, what? I'm getting naked? Obviously, she made a joke. I mean, keep your underwear on. I'm like, duh. I'm just like, I didn't know I was going to have to, like, take off clothes because obviously the clothes I have on, I'm wearing because of you. But, like, it would just been to mentally prepare myself for I'm getting naked. So I got naked, put on the robe or the gown. They put me in a chair again. Again, they gave me the IV drip. And at that point, asked me questions, are you on drugs, pregnant, HIV, the whole shebang. I said, I know that. Next thing you know, she gave me, with the IV drip, she gave me something else. This one I felt. When she stuck something else with the IV drip, I felt just a warmness go up my arm. And I was like, whoo, I felt that. Next thing I was cool. I was chilling. Next thing I was already said, from surgery. So this time, my mom, who was to the left of me, like, hey, mom, I'll see you upstairs, take care of myself. I swear, they took me out that room, like literally my body crossed the threshold from the room to the hallway, and all of a sudden my body just hit a woosah. I was like, whoa. I don't know what y'all gave me, but I felt that. So I went to but they're pushing me in the thing. They put me in the room. They laid me all the way back. So, like the wisdom teeth, they put some kind of up my nose, said breathe in. This one, they put some like above my face. So it covered my face and my nose. So, the mask, breathe. So, and this time, they did not take it off. Don't know if you remember, but for the wisdom teeth, they put it up my nose. They said deep breath. They took it out. Waited a couple minutes, put it back in, deep breaths. Cool, I was knocked out. This one, they put up my mouth. I did not count back from 10. I swear to God, I did maybe 6. 6! Out like a light. I was gone. I do not remember nothing like that. They put me in. They laid me back. They put it on my face. They said 6 times. I was out like a light. Now, for the wisdom teeth, I told you, I didn't wake up, but I was conscious. And I remember hearing the doctor, the meeting, the nurses. Cool. Now for these people, the ENT, the ears, nose, and doctors, them people put me to sleep. When I tell you, when I first was conscious of where I woke up, I looked around, I looked at that lady like, I don't remember her. Who's she? But I didn't say it aloud, but I was like, what's going on? So they said, all right, Cedric, your surgery went good. Here. Like, they ain't throw the clothes at me, but they was like, here, put on clothes. And I'm just like, once I'm trying to get my bearings, this is why they told me to wear a button-up shirt. So they took off my gown. So I'm not naked. I don't got underwear, but they took off my gown. They gave me a shirt. They gave me pants. Gave me shoes, which again, not again because it's the first time I told you. No tennis shoes. I had to wear flip-flops. They put on my shoes. I stood up. I ain't stumbled because I had it, but they was holding me like I was going to stumble. They put me in a wheelchair. They rolled me to the back. Again, ain't telling me nothing. When I tell you, these people told me nothing. The wisdom teeth doctors, they literally was talking to me, said, your girlfriend's behind the corner. She finna pick you up in a minute. I was like, cool, always time. Here's a ring I'm about for my girlfriend. Oh my God. Like, it was like some back four. The ENT doctor was like, here's a chair, roll me to the back. Oh, that's your mama. Stood me up, got in the car. All right, he good to go. Slapped the car. I was like, go. That was it. So I found out later from my mom, apparently when the surgery was over, they told her, hey, just let you know your son's done out of surgery. He's good. You can pick him up I'm not sure if they say you can pick them up in 30 minutes or you pick them up now, but I just know it took way longer for me to like, wake up. So like surgery was done, but it just took me a while to wake up. So by the time I woke up, my mom, who parked her car in the back, apparently she had to move her car like twice before I finally came out because, she was kind of the way people, which is good. So after I left the doctor, came home, and at this point, because with the wisdom teeth, we had to go to the pharmacy to get stuff. Because of that situation, I was like, all right, let me get the stuff first that we can already have at the house. So when I got home, the biggest thing they just kept emphasizing, don't sneeze. And if you really got to sneeze, make sure it's a cough. Don't blow your nose, because basically you're going to bleed. And for the first day, real talk, first 2 days, you just got to tough it out. Like, I don't think I was allowed to do anything on my nose at all. So Tuesday, Wednesday, couldn't do no on my nose. Now again, at the time, I really wasn't in pain. I'm more of in discomfort, but I'm not in pain. Wisdom teeth, I was in pain. First day, when the drugs wore off, I was in pain. Tuesday, I was in pain. This time, not in pain. Tuesday, not in pain. Wednesday. Thursday, my first checkup. Wisdom teeth, I did not need a checkup. For this one, I need a checkup. So again, instead of driving the 10 to 15 minutes down the road, I got to go to the middle of the city. 30-minute drive. Now, for some strange reason, I don't know why I didn't actually think about it, but for some strange reason, I had my fiance drive me. Again, at this point, I'm fine. I'm not groggy, but she drove me. So when we got there, in my mind, because right this very moment, I have splints up my nose. Like, they're still there to, I guess, keep my nose, like, straight. I thought I was going there Thursday for a checkup, one, but two, to have the splints removed. So I got there, checked in, sat there for maybe like 4 minutes, went to the back. Doctor who performed the surgery on me came in and said, all right, Cedric, how you feeling? I'm like, I'm cool. You got any pain? Nah, not really. All right, let me spray some, pss, pss. Cool. So based off the schedule, and at this point, it is Thursday. At this point, to get your splints removed, you either do Monday, Wednesday, or Thursday because that's like the only time I'm working. I was like, well, I guess Monday. All right, go talk to the front reception. She'll set it up Monday. Cool. So Monday, I'm supposed to get them removed, not 50. But got there. Waited for 4 minutes in the front, in the waiting room. Went to the back. He asked me those quick questions. He sprayed me. He's already done. So again, I was physically in this place, I'll say 12 minutes. Now again, could this been an email, phone call? No, because he technically sprayed something up my nose. But as I said, I already got the prescription and stuff that he gave me. And the prescription he gave me is basically nasal spray, some other nasal spray, some goop. So whatever he sprayed up my nose, I feel like I could have just did that at home. So I'm just like, 3 to 4 times I have visited these certain doctors, and they could have just been like, yo, you an adult, clean stuff up. Spray yourself, put the Q-tips and you cool. And I'm just like, this coming up Monday, when I go there and they take these splints out my nose, I better not see these doctors no more, because compared to the wisdom teeth people better. And I'm going to say it again. Call them yourself. Set up the appointment yourself. Talk to them through Zoom. After you talk to them through Zoom, go to the place, pay the money. You gotta pay the money. After that, get your surgery. After that, done. Now I got sick, but happens. I was in pain, but I had surgery. All that made sense. This one just felt so unorganized. And I said I didn't ask no questions. But here's the thing: for the wisdom teeth, I asked like no questions. The only thing I asked was, I'm getting anesthesia. Are y'all sure it's gonna work? So I'm light sleep. That was the only thing I asked them. I didn't ask about nothing else. These people just went out the way. And I told you the wisdom teeth, when I got there that day, I had to pay, the wisdom teeth surgery that day because, my insurance is good, but it ain't perfect people. So I had to pay. So for the doctor one, I didn't pay that day, but they sent me a letter saying, hey, you owe this much for the surgery and for the anesthesia, like whatever it added up to be. I know what it is. I'm just not going to say it out loud. But they was like, before you show up for this surgery, you got to pay at least this much. In top of my head, I think I had to pay like 1/6 of the amount. I forgot. I think it's like, what's half of 33? Half of 33 is like 17%. 17%. So you basically had to pay 17% before you showed up. So I made sure to pay it. But I'm just like, there's really no good communication. The piece of paper they gave us is really heckin' confusing. And even at a certain point, once we figured it out, it's still kind of confusing. The prescriptions we have, yes, it says take twice a day, but it's still kind of confusion. The doctors themselves, I won't even say they're rude. They're just very straight to the point. I told you, at a certain point, the dude looked at me and said, hey, do you know why you got this? And when I was trying to explain it, I feel like he just kept cutting me off. Which at the end of the day, I don't care. I really don't care. It's like a topic for another podcast one day, but I've asked people, what job do you think where if the actual person was rude to the customer, would it not matter? My opinion is like a pilot from a plane. If you get on a plane and you like, oh, good morning, pilot, and the pilot's like, F you, would you really be mad? You'd be mad because somebody said F you, but would that really affect you? Would you write a Yelp? Oh my God, I got on the plane, the pilot said F you, but I made it Cancun safely. That's all that matters. Like, if he's rude to you, life, like, you ain't finna talk to the pilot that much. Like, but if a doctor's rude, he can be rude, but as long as he ain't like making me cripple or mentally challenged or kill me, it's fine. So I let stuff slide. But just the whole situation for my 2 surgeries were so different that I'm kind of mad I had the first one, because the first one basically led me to the second one. So the second one, I was just not prepared. I was prepared for anesthesia, had that locked up. But everything else was just like, this just feels wrong in so many ways, and I feel not happy. Now, I will say, after the wisdom teeth, I was in pain. Monday pain, Tuesday pain, Wednesday felt better, Thursday, Friday I was sick, so that hadn't really to do with the wisdom teeth anymore. That was just because I got sick. Got done my nose operation on Tuesday. So Tuesday, I was just uncomfortable because of my nose. Wednesday, still uncomfortable, real talk, but way better. Thursday, I was fine. Like Thursday when he sprayed my nose, and then we came home and I finally could like use the stuff up my nose, because they said for the first 2 days you can't do nothing, you just gotta suffer. Wednesday, I was fine. Like, I physically probably could go to work. Can I work out? No. Can I take care of myself? Probably. I could probably make food, take my dog. I could probably do all that stuff. But, I'm in recovery mode. I'm going to take advantage of it. But at the same time, the recovery so far has been fine. I'm happy they found out probably what was causing the funky ranch smell in my nose. Not happy I've had to go to the physical office like 8-9 times, which I would say 3 to 4 of those. 3 or 4 of those was not necessary, just at all. You could have just called me. Also, there's nothing. Every time I try to call these people, you either maybe get somebody 15% of the time, or you get like an automatic thing. Or you get the thing where it's like, you call, they got the elevated music playing, but literally you listen to the elevated music for like 20 minutes and you don't get somebody. That crap has been annoying. Legitly, every time I try to call people, I just don't get nobody. So I think that's another reason I kind of just, the questions I kind of had, I could never get nobody, so I just stopped calling. I think that's on me, but that was annoying. But this whole situation was just, I hope it's worth it. Because again, I went for a rancid, funky smell. They got rid of that because again, I had like a sinus disease that apparently if the mucus touched my eye, there's a possibility I can go blind. That's the one that stood out the most. But I also had a deviated septum. That part they kind of dropped on me right before the surgery. So I was like, oh, there's actually something wrong with me. So hopefully all of that's like fixed. I told you after Monday, I have no plans to see these people ever again. I have no plans. If they say, Cedric, we let you come in for a checkup, is it free? Because if I come in for a visit and get charged like $50 just for showing up, call me, bro. Like, no, I don't. You don't need to see me no more. I'm good. Take the crap out of my nose after Monday. I'm good. I never want to see y'all again. Like y'all, appreciate it. Never see y'all again. So yeah, that was my 2 surgeries I've had in the last 365 days. So within a year. Real talk, surgery, I don't recommend it for nobody. Unless you need it. And the bad thing about it, I don't think this is going to be a surgery, but I don't know medical world. The next thing that's coming up for me, I'm trying to get braces. But again, hopefully that's not a surgery thing. I assume they're going to sit me down. They're going to put some in my teeth to like see what my teeth look like now. Going to, hook up the Invisalign to match my teeth. But, not match. But, make it like, all right, if his teeth are like this, let's turn it a little bit. So it's, whatever the procedure is. So right now, that is my next major medical thing. Because again, I'm trying to get my teeth straightened from a wedding. As I said, the whole point of this situation was for my goddamn braces. I went in, said I wanted braces, so you gotta get your wisdom teeth removed. Got my wisdom teeth removed. I think I got sick or got the funky ranch smell because of the wisdom teeth removed. After that, had to go to the ENT doctor, got the ENT doctor, now I'm dealing with this crap. After I deal with them, going for braces. So I started this in March last year. So it seems like I'm gonna get braces March of this year. So 1 full year to get braces. 1 full year to get braces. Either way. Question of the day. Anybody who's listening, what kind of surgeries have you had? How many have you had, if you've had any? And is there any surgery or recovery time, or maybe just the experience with the doctors not being communicated? Is there anything that stood out the most with you? Because I said, for the wisdom teeth for me, that whole thing was the first time I ever had to deal with it, but I feel like it was actually very smooth sailing. The recovery time, I was in pain and got sick, but that's whatever. But this whole ENT thing, it was just a lot. There was just like no communication. But yeah, for y'all, any surgeries you had, anything you want to talk about, let me know in the comments below. This episode is sponsored by anesthesia. Because when I tell you that thing worked, that thing worked. So the first time, I feel like I was conscious, but I wasn't awake. But I was conscious. Second time, that thing put me to sleep. Thank you for anesthesia. That thing's beautiful. Anybody that want to ask me, are you scared? Nah, bro, I'm going to be knocked out. Give me the good stuff. Anesthesia, baby. Give me the good stuff. But either way, with my recovering self, hopefully I sounded better. Hopefully I sounded better. With my recovery self, hopefully I sounded better with this podcast. My name is CedLove with the Devil's Advocate Podcast. Hope you enjoyed the show, because I know I did. And I'll see you soon. Oh God, I really do miss working out. It's literally only been like 5 days, but I miss the thrill of killing myself in public at Planet Fitness.